From the WKYC studios, this is What Matters Most.
Good evening from my home. Glad you're here with us. I'm Lena Lai. Tonight, two big weather stories, a tropical storm along the East Coast and another rainy night here in Northeast Ohio. Meteorologist Matt Wins now with our first look at the forecast. How's it looking, Matt?
Well, hi there, Lena. You got that right. Two big weather stories. We've got the rain locally and then Isaias off the east coast of Florida right now. Let's start with the local picture. We need the rain. We've talked about that. And we've had a rainy set of hours here, some pretty decent downpours yesterday. Today, it was a little more quiet until the last few hours. We see this area low pressure kind of swinging through. And we've got just some raw downpours coming into Menor right now. That's going to approach the Paynesville, Perry area and areas of Lake County. This will eventually have eyes on Ashtabula County over the next couple hours. Almost a lake effect setup. How about that? Perhaps a little lake influence to this as well. Showers continue down towards Akron. That extends over into Portage County. Just light rain out of this. It's kind of the annoying wiper run where you can't quite find the setting that wipes them off your windshield as it's between light and moderate. But you can see the big picture. Pretty showery Sunday evening shaping up. But just off to our west, there is some clearing in Indiana. I do expect that to move in here tonight. So we'll go with showers mainly early. But on into your Monday, look at that. We've got more showers, even thunderstorms back towards Chicago. That's along a cold front that will finally clear us all out. But down towards the south, that's the other story. Isaias, a tropical storm just off the coast of Florida. You see the bulk of the precipitation and the strong winds off the coast. On the coast, they've just had some showers, some gusty winds, and some big swells. But overall, this thing has missed Florida. Winds just below hurricane strength. We're at 70 miles per hour. It's the latest update. It's moving north-northwest at 9. It will make landfall, or it's expected to, across coastal Carolina. That would happen tomorrow. And look at how it heads up the east coast. That's imperative to our forecast because as that system heads up the east coast, our cold front will stall, and that'll produce a rainy, not just Monday, but Tuesday around here. We've got your hour-by-hour forecast, and we've got some fall-like air to talk about in the extended coming up. Yeah. Lena?
All right, we'll see you again in a bit. Thanks, Matt. Now a live look right now from the Earth Cam of the coast of South Carolina, just south of Charleston. You can see the low clouds and strong winds from Tropical Storm Isaias. Now to the latest coronavirus headlines and a second day of new cases below 1,000 in Ohio. The state health department reporting 944 new infections today. COVID-19 related deaths rose by 14. That is up slightly from yesterday, but still down considerably from the numbers on Friday when there were over 1,500 new cases and 47 new deaths reported. White House coronavirus task force leader Dr. Deborah Birx says widespread infections in urban and rural America mark a, quote, new phase for the pandemic. She also says what we're seeing today is different from March and April, and it is extraordinarily widespread. And thousands converged in Berlin to protest Germany's coronavirus restrictions at a demonstration that proclaimed the end of the pandemic has arrived. The protest comes as German authorities are worried about an uptick in new infections. And as the first day of school approaches here at home, Catholic schools are in a pretty unique position, with some districts preparing to resume remotely. They're resuming face-to-face instruction. Andrew Horansky is live outside the Catholic Diocese of Cleveland to explain. Hi, Drew.
Hi, Lena. Well, as you know, with just about everything coronavirus related, things are subject to change. There are many moving parts and nothing is etched in stone. But we can tell you as of right now, the Catholic Diocese is planning to reopen its schools face to face, and it is certainly a big diocese affecting many families across our area. The Catholic Diocese covers 8 counties. That's 108 schools, educating roughly 40,000 students. We spoke to the superintendent, who said that each school has supplied a plan for resuming in the fall. They also sent surveys to parents, and at this point, classes will resume as normal. But then last week, of course, Cuyahoga County announced that school will be delayed for 9 weeks, and that is now leading to more discussion within the diocese.
And they've already been giving parents choices. Since early in the summer, we've let parents know that they'll have the ability to choose to be remote still or to choose to come back to school. We intend to try to pursue that pathway as much as possible. Parents have already voiced their preferences for the fall, but we may see some of those preferences change as conditions change.
Of course, the diocese provides a critical service. About a quarter of the students qualify as low income. Lena, this week we understand there will be more conversations among principals. And this week we also expect to see rallies at several districts across our area as well. Parents who really want to get their kids back in the classroom. We'll talk more about that tonight on our news at 11. Back to you.
Emotions riding high for sure. Thanks so much, Drew. Ohio State has announced their COVID testing protocols for the upcoming semester. All students, staff, and faculty will have to take an online training course about COVID safety. They'll also have to sign a pledge saying they are committed to keeping themselves and their fellow Buckeyes safe. As far as actual testing, the university will conduct surveillance testing to understand how the virus could spread on campus, and they'll test anyone who's showing symptoms. Another local bar has been cited for violating the ban on alcohol sales after 10 p.m. State agents say they witnessed alcoholic drinks being served at the Corner Bar in Austinburg. That's in Ashtabula County, well past the 10 p.m. cutoff. The bar will now have to answer to the citation before the Ohio Liquor Control Commission. Meanwhile, in Columbus, 2 business owners are suing the state over the governor's new liquor rules. They say it's not about making profits, rather the ability to stay afloat and pay their staff. The owners say their industry is being unfairly targeted and blamed for a rise in coronavirus cases. Negotiators continue to work through the weekend on a new economic relief bill for tens of millions of unemployed Americans. The White House and both sides in Congress are working on a compromise economic stimulus bill after pandemic unemployment benefits ran out for close to 30 million people on Friday. But Democrats say a one-week extension is not the answer.
We proposed a one-week extension at $600 so that while we negotiate a longer-term solution, at least all those people don't lose their money.
You talk about the $600, they put $200 forth the end of last week, $200, very condescending to working families.
Leaders from both parties and White House negotiators will continue their talks Monday to try to break the impasse as the pandemic keeps millions of Americans out of work. 2 NASA astronauts have returned to Earth in a dramatic splashdown carried out by Elon Musk's SpaceX company. The capsule carrying the 2 men parachuted into the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Pensacola, Florida, just about 2 hours ago. It is the first splashdown in 45 years for NASA astronauts, and also the first time a private company has brought people back from orbit. Coming up, recognizing those on the front lines of the coronavirus fight in a unique way. And pandemic performances, how a local school's band marches on while navigating safety guidelines.
What Matters Most is sponsored by Window Nation. Online at windownation.com.
Lots of fresh food being given away today during a special farmers market on Cleveland's west side. The Buckeye Health Plan teamed up with the Cam's Corners Farmers Market today. The event gave SNAP and EBT card holders a chance to buy and get free fresh fruits and vegetables. A recent study shows that nearly 16% of Cuyahoga County homes face food insecurity, and today's event helps to make sure that they're not going hungry. High school bands across Ohio are still hoping to perform under those Friday night lights in front of live crowds this year. Photojournalist Kelly Matter shows us West Geauga's high school band is stepping up with new rules to keep students safe.
It's challenging. It's very, very challenging. Usually we have everybody at like a 2-step spacing where they're a few feet apart, front to back, left to right, but we have to space everybody out.
Ready, go.
But music rehearsal and drill design all change because kids can't be too close to each other.
Awesome. Okay.
Everything is spaced out, spread out, so we just take up a lot more space. Learning about visual distance between you and the people next to you. We have soccer cones on the field that we have measured out. If we're not able to have a live performance setting, we can always perform and stream. The crowd is actually where we get a lot of our energy from, and I'm hoping to not play for any cardboard cutouts of anybody in the stands. For the sake of making music together, it's something that it's best done live. It's very, very time-consuming and challenging, but it's so rewarding. Getting them all unified towards one vision has its own intrinsic reward. Social aspect of music making, I feel like it's healthy for the students in a social and mental aspect. I hope the seniors from last year and this year can look back at this time and think about the positives that existed in a time of turmoil.
And that was photojournalist Kelly Matter. Up next, the latest track on a tropical storm that's bringing all kinds of heavy rain and wind to the East Coast. But a live look outside on this Sunday evening, a rainy, humid night and cooler temperatures on the way. Meteorologist Matt Wentz back with a full forecast next. Overseas tonight, a section of the Alps turned into a glowing amber color in a massive pyrotechnic display as Switzerland marked its National Day with an event to honor those battling COVID-19. The show, which illuminated nearly 5 square miles of the mountains, was visible from 12 miles away and lasted for 3 minutes.
So we wanted to create a special event. This is the National Day, and we wanted to try something special because of the COVID situation.
The creator of the event said the type of pyrotechnic involved was equivalent to 100 million lit candles. Wow. Here at home, another rainy night and cooler temperatures on the way. Matt, hey, maybe my brown grass will finally turn green again.
Lena, I doubt it. You need to take care of that as well. It's not just Mother Nature that does it. You need to put fertilizer and stuff on that. But you'll be okay. You'll be all right. Just tell Phil to get on it. Hey, Lena, real quick. I heard you did weather last night for a little bit, and I heard my job is up for grabs. Is that true?
No, not even close, my friend. I just read off the website.
Okay.
Crib notes.
Well, I'm glad I just updated it. That's great. So anyway, I think you've got a great career in meteorology ahead of you. It just takes a couple math classes. You're done. All right, let's jump into the forecast. If you've got plans this Sunday night that take you outdoors, you are going to still need that umbrella. The rain's not going to go away until we get towards the 9, 10, 11 o'clock hour. But look how we clear out tonight. We've got a brief little stint with some high pressure moving in overnight, and that ought to scour out our clouds after a pretty cloudy pattern here over the last 2 days. Temperatures, though, look at this. We're in the 60s for many of us. The high temperature officially in Cleveland at 76, but most of us were in the low 70s all day today due to the clouds and the rain. That humidity continues to stick around with dew points well into the 60s. So it's not tropical, but it's close, especially if you get some rain out there. We have had higher humidity this year, and the wind continues to be pretty refreshing out of the west and even southwest at times. We've had gusts to 30. That wind will start to ease tonight as this area low pressure pulls away to the north and the east. But we've got some showers to get through first. The heaviest tapping into a little lake enhancement here. That lake water temperature well up into the upper 70s, so you do get a lot of evaporation with that, and that is producing some heavy downpours. Areas of Lake County now, it's coming down real good in Paynesville, right along 84 and 20 there, approaching the I-90 corridor as you get out towards the eastern half of Lake County. Otherwise, we've got just some lighter rain as you get down towards Akron. That extends over into the Massillon area, Canton, over towards Louisville, seeing some rain that'll all kind of come in and head on out, and then you'll get another downpour about an hour later or so. But you see the big picture. This area of rain pulling away. We've got some drier air in between this and our Monday system. Tomorrow we've got more showers and storms because there's a cold front back towards Chicago. And with a little daytime heating tomorrow, I think we're not just going to be warmer, but we are also going to have some of those showers and even storms around by afternoon. The other news, though, Isaias continues to churn just off the coast of Florida. The most potent part of this storm is right where you see all that rain, and that has held off the coast. I think it'll kind of escape Florida without a whole lot of damage, but this thing's going to head into coastal Carolina as we get into the daytime tomorrow, and then up the East Coast where we're going to have flooding and some wind problems. Your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast locally, though, look how we clear out tonight. We will likely have areas of fog, just kind of a murky start to your Monday, but we should be dry. Look what happens by midday, though. A little heating of the day, add a cold front off to our west. We've got showers and thunderstorms that are going to produce more heavy rainfall. I don't think everyone sees these, but a lot of you are going to see rain tomorrow, and that will continue through tomorrow evening, where it will start to die out. We've got another day of rain on Tuesday as the backside of the system finally moves through, and then eventually we're going to clear things out, and you are going to love the forecast once we get beyond Tuesday. In terms of rainfall, still another inch or two possible, but the bulk of that's going to be off the East Coast with of Isaias heading up the East Coast. You can see the latest now, winds at 70. It is a tropical storm. But I mentioned the muggy meter going way down. Look at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Very comfortable fall-like air. Universal Windows Direct 7-day forecast showing that. Look at that. Wednesday, partly cloudy, cooler. Sunshine on Thursday and Friday. Temperatures in the 70s for highs and some 50s area-wide for lows. How about that, Lena? So we're jumping right back into where Phil and you are going to have to rake the leaves versus taking care of the grass. So we'll see what happens this week. Should be nice.
No. I'm not ready for that. Not ready for that just yet. Thanks so much. It does sound refreshing, though.
It will be. It will be for sure.
Stick around. Nick's up next with sports. We'll be right back.
This sports report is sponsored by the people-pleasing people at Serra Auto Park in Akron.
Great to have you back here in the Camino Cave here at WKYC Studios. Let's get you caught up with what's been happening in the world of sports. The Indians were wrapping up their 4-game weekend series against the Twins in Minneapolis today. But prior to first pitch, we got word that Terry Francona was not going to manage the club. Now, we got to point this out. The Indians are saying none of this has to do with COVID-19. That's obviously good news. That's the first thing we think of nowadays. Francona did his pregame interviews with the media, but then had some stomach issues, so he went back to the team hotel. Sandy Alomar managed today's series finale. Not sure if Tito's going to manage the club the next couple days down in Cincinnati, though. Speaking of the game, there's Sandy in the dugout. The Tribe hoping to avoid a 3-game losing streak, but it was much of the same that we saw all weekend, unfortunately. How about Mitch Garver sending this one 412 feet to the bleachers? That put Minnesota up 2-0 in the second inning. Frankie Lindor got the Tribe on the board in the 4th inning, but unfortunately it's just not nearly enough. The Twins take 3 of 4 in the series, winning today 3-1. In the last 5 games, the Indians have scored just 4 runs, but Sandy Alomar, he says he's confident that the offense is eventually going to get this turned around.
During the inner squats and games that we were playing, everybody was swinging it back good, and we were facing Beaver, we were facing our own pitchers that are doing very good, so the guys were putting good at bats. We just got to go back to that. You know, right now we are back to 500, so we have to just go focus and think about the way we were swinging it back when we were in summer camp.
Hey, no time to complain or worry. You got to shake off this series quickly. Indians back at it right tomorrow at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati to battle the Reds. Zach Plesac gets the ball for the Tribe. First pitch set for 6:40. Well, it was a weird day for Major League Baseball. New York Mets outfielder Yoenis Cespedes was a no-show for the Mets game today against the Atlanta Braves. The Mets sent their team security to his hotel room. He wasn't there. Cespedes communicated to the team through his agent that he is not going to partake in this season. He's opting out due to COVID-related issues. Speaking of COVID-19, the Cincinnati Reds have placed first baseman Joey Votto on the injured list after he reported having COVID-19 symptoms. To the Browns, training camp, it's just a different type of year. No fans in Berea. There's been a lot of testing going on. We know things just are not that normal. One news note, though, Jarvis Landry has been placed on the PUP list. That means physically unable to perform, but he's actually on track to join the Browns after he's recovering from that hip injury. And Indians tonight, don't forget, Lena, after us, after What's Next, got a big show lined up. We got to figure out what's going on with the Tribe. Zach Meisel's going to join us, and our good buddy Pat Chiesa going to take a look at how different training camp is for the Browns this year.
Yeah, a lot different for sure. Thanks so much, Nick. And thank you for joining us. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 11. Have a great evening.